What's going on, dudes? My name is AK and welcome to this iteration. We're going to be talking quickly and briefly about Perk specializations and how they replace kill streaks and what they do. So let's get straight into this, shall we? So when you go to the Perk section, I believe it opens at a certain rank, so if you're not a high enough rank, I'm sorry, you might not be able to do this, but basically you have an option right next to where it says R1 up there. It says Activate Specialist, and if you do that, it enables you to select perks to use in lieu of a kill streak. So for instance, I've got hardline, so it means that I have one less kill to do it, which I would suggest doing, because if you're the type of person that likes to run around and get high kills and you tend to be alive for a long period of time, this is a very good way to keep yourself alive for even longer. So if you're using it, for instance, if you've got overkill and you really want to be able to use scavenger, then you've got the option to put scavenger in there when you get one kill. So I would suggest probably putting hardline in, because it actually is quite helpful. One less kill for everything, otherwise that'd be 2, that'd be 4, and that'd be 6. So that's actually quite good. Now, it does replace your kill streaks, so you won't be able to use any of your kill streaks while playing the game, but I find that the amount of people that are pumping out UAVs and personal radars and all this other stuff, it tends not to be that much of an issue. You don't tend to sort of notice it as much, and realistically it enables you to play the game in a very different way. So for instance, on my close quarters sniper, for instance, I run pretty much this setup, because quick fix means that every time you kill someone or capture an objective or do something useful for your team, it increases your regeneration rate, so you heal faster out of a fight. Battle hardened obviously stops flashes and whatever else being a pain in the arse, and then EOD means that I can see enemy mines and whatever else while I'm running around, so I don't get killed. It also means I can hack them as well and turn them against their own enemies, so that's actually pretty useful. Obviously I'm pretty sure most of you are aware now that you can have Field Upgrade Pro, and pretty much that will mean that you'll have 2 field upgrades going at the same time, but it will only recharge at the rate of the slowest one you put on. So for instance, if you had a very fast dead silence and then you paired it with the munitions box, it would take as long as it would normally take for the munitions box to recharge. Obviously killing people, capturing objectives, that makes it go down a bit quicker, but ordinarily it takes about a sort of a minute or 2 for the box to actually become available, but then you can select whichever one you want. I don't use it as much anymore. I did when I first found out you could do it. It's very useful if your playstyle is more sedentary, like if you're moving from building to building, clearing the area, sort of holding an objective, creating a hard point defensible area, then that's actually pretty good, because then you could have the ammo box and you could have deployable cover. However, one caveat with that is if you deployed the deployable cover and then you recharged for your ammo box and put the ammo box down, your deployable cover would disappear. So that is just one thing to take into account. It's the same with the tactical insertion, whatever else, or the trophy system. If you place them down somewhere and then you get a different field upgrade and then you use that, then that will make that one that you place disappear. I kind of understand why that is. It's probably a balance issue, but personally I don't really like it. I think that if you put a deployable cover down, you should be able to put an ammo box next to it, because you're using Field Upgrade Pro. That's the point. But again, I suppose balance, otherwise you could just literally keep putting down deployable cover and you could make yourself a little box and you'd never be able to be killed. Actually, that'd be quite hilarious, if I'm honest. It'd be more hilarious than someone hitting you with a throwing knife and a shield, if I'm honest. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you didn't, a dislike. If you're new and like content, remember to hit that subscribe button and to tickle your bell, because if you don't tickle your bell, you'll never know when I'm coming on. I've been your host, AK, and as always, I'll see you in the next iteration. Thank you very much for watching, and good night. Oh, you're still here. Well, that's great. Well, I'm going to pop off, have a cup of tea, have a couple of cheeky biscuits, might have some pink wafers, not really sure. Pink Panther theme anyway. So, you know the drill. Click a video if you like it, and yeah, I'll see you then. Bye.